guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, please do well to hit the subscribe button down below. It's absolutely free and it helps the channel grow. As you can see, I'm putting on something really nice and hot. Just look at that. Hey. Okay guys, this dress I made completely without sewing. All I used to make this dress was a fabric, chalk, measuring tape and scissors. No sewing, no needle, no glue, none of that. And this dress can be made in as little as 10 minutes. Guys, what more would you want in a dress? What? Like seriously, if you're running late for an event, I have nothing to wear, you have a velvet fabric or any stretchy fabric that is self-finished. And by self-finished, I mean it does not fray. So if you have any self-finished fabric lying around, you can definitely make this dress in as little as 10 minutes without any sewing experience whatsoever. Okay, I'm just going to stop rambling and let you guys see how I made this dress. So if you want to see how I made this dress, then definitely keep on watching. Without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
So I'm using 1.5 yards of fabric for this. The first thing I did was I folded my fabric in half, and then I just tried to measure the length that I want my dress to be. Now, because this is going to be like a tube dress, kind of, I took out 5 inches from the top, and the length I wanted my dress to be was 36 inches. So if you look at the top of my tape, you can see that 5 inches is out. So the measurements of this fabric that I did started from 5 inches to 36 inches. Now I just extended that line. Again, taking out the 5 inches, I'm just marking my bust point, which is 10 inches. And I'm also going to mark my under bust, which is 13 inches. I also marked my hip line, which is 23 inches. Now, my bust is 35 inches. I'm just going to divide that measurement by 2. So I'm just folding my tape in half, and that is 35 divided by 2. So I'm just going to place that on the bust line, on the bust point line rather, and then I'm going to mark that point. Then my hip measurement is 39 inches. I folded my tape into 2, and then I just placed that on my hip line, and then I marked that point. My shape measurement is 28 inches. I just folded the tape again, and then I placed that on the under bust line. So now for the hemline, I'm just taking out 3 inches from my hip measurement. So my hip measurement is 39 minus 3, that's 36 inches. I folded my tape in half with that measurement in mind, and then I placed it on the hemline, and then I marked that point, and then I'm just connecting all 4 points with curves. Now I'm just cutting, the bottom part so that the bottom part of our dress can be straight. The next thing I'm doing is I'm marking 2 inches at the top left, and then I'm just extending that line for a bit. Now from the hip, I'm marking 6 inches all the way down, and then I'm just going to draw a line to connect that 6-inch mark to the 2 inches I marked at the top left. Then I'm just cutting along that line. I'm just going to go ahead and mark 1.5 inches all the way along the fabric. So 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Just keep doing that till you get to the top. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and just cut straight lines. Now the lines that I'm cutting are about 6 inches long, and they are 1.5 inches wide. Now take note of the outline of your shape that you had marked earlier while you're cutting this. So try not to get too close to the line. And this is what it looks like. Now I'm just going to show you guys how I put this on. So I just simply put the wrong side on my back, making sure that I'm holding the longest one. Remember that the first one we cut, the first rope we cut, was longer than the other. So I'm just taking those two, and then I'm tying them around my neck. And once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go ahead and tie each rope with its corresponding rope. I hope that makes sense. So I'm tying one with the other, making sure that it's aligned as I'm doing that. So I'm just going to do that all the way from the top to the bottom. And make sure that you're tying this tight, like you're literally pulling them, because you want it to have that cinched effect. And that's why it's important that you use a stretchy fabric, because a stretchy fabric will give you that bodycon look. And this dress is lovely when it is actually bodycon and not when it is loose. So try to make it very, very tight and make sure that you're using a bodycon fabric. And yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm just going to take off my camisole that I'm putting on so you guys can see what this looks like. Hey guys, this is such an easy project to do. Very easy, very beautiful, and I love how it turned out. You can definitely check out all my other no-sew projects. I have like a lot of no-sew videos. I have a whole tutorial. I have a whole playlist in the description box. The link is there, so definitely check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.